Today we're talking about two specific things that you need to get clear on for you to make the progress that you want.
This is the Enjoy Life podcast, here to help you choose your mindset, goals, and actions so that you can guide your life in the direction that you want it to go and enjoy it. It does take a little bit of work, some effort on your part, but that effort is worth it because this is your life and you can experience the benefits of the work that you do. And this podcast is here to help. Life doesn't magically turn out exactly how you want. It's up to you to make it happen. Now, you may not have chosen to be exactly where you're at right now in your current situation, but you will choose what you do about it. If you're ready to put forth a little bit of effort, take some small steps toward living the life that you want, then you're in the right place. Let's get started.
Well, welcome to episode 125 of Enjoy Life. I'm thrilled that you're here. As I said in the beginning, we're going to talk about something that you got to get clear on. Actually, two specific things that you got to get clear on when you're setting these life targets, where you want to pursue some goals and make it happen for your life. There's two specific things that are going to help you. Because if you're not clear, as that saying goes, you're not going to hit a foggy goal. If you don't know really specifically and get crystal clear on certain things, you're just not going to be able to make the progress that you want. And I want you to make the progress that you want for your life. That's what this whole podcast and all my material is about. It's helping you to choose your mindset, goals, and actions so that you can guide your life to go in the direction that you want it to go and enjoy it. That's the main purpose. But if you don't know the direction that you want it to go, or you don't know if you're making progress, and then how are you going to be able to do it? That's what we're going to explore a little bit today. But before we dive into the episode, one quick thing. I'm actually putting some finishing touches right now on a book, or, well, really a booklet. It's going to be less than like 5,000 words. But it's all about self-care and caring for ourselves. It's kind of like doing what's right for you when things are not right going on the outside. Because when things aren't right, in the outside situation and a lot of stuff's not right with our outside world, then it's easy and sometimes happens that we don't take care of ourselves. Well, if you want to make changes, if you want to make improvements, if you want to help other people, you got to take care of yourself in order to be as effective as you can. And for those of us that are in the helping profession, we're completely aware that there's this huge rate of burnout and overwhelm and just getting stressed out. For the people that don't participate in self-care, for those that don't care for themselves, and all they do is try to, put out effort for other people and make changes, then you just burn out. And you got to take care of yourself. So I wanted to make this booklet. And what I'm going to tell you is that if you want to get early access to it, before it's actually released, an early digital copy, so that you can kind of review. And then what I want your feedback so I can make improvements to it. But if you want that, just send me a message on Instagram. My name's just at Nick Mazie, and just say book ? And just send me that message. And I can get you an early digital copy for free, obviously. But I do want your feedback on it. Like I said, I've already done some edits to it. It's pretty close, but if you want it, I'd love to give it to you, and I'd love to hear what you think about it. So reach out to me on Instagram and let me know. Once again, it's at Nick Mazie. All right, on to today's episode. Today, we're talking about getting clear. There's a lot of power in getting clear. There's power in that clarity. When you get crystal clear, then you know how to go forward. Whatever it is that you're getting clear on, it gives you, in that specificity, you have a lot of power because you know what you need to do to achieve it automatically. Even if you got to make adjustments along the way, that clarity is so powerful. So what do you need to get clear on? Well, one thing that you got to get clear on is what you want. Now, this might sound obvious, okay? But in the last episode, we talked about really nailing down the specific life area that you want to focus on first. But even within that life area, you got to figure out, exactly what you want out of that. Because success is different for all of us. You might say that your life area that you were going to work on was finances. Okay, but success and what that really means for you to work on and improve the life area of finances for you, it was going to be wildly different than the next person. Or it might be health. All right, well, people's health, it runs the gamut. It could be something that, maybe one person wants to lose weight. One person wants to get a little stronger. One person just wants to take care of themselves so they have a little bit more mental clarity or sleeping better. reducing stress. All these different things can be 100% valid and excellent things to pursue for someone's health. But if you don't really get crystal clear on what that is, what that success in that life area is for you, then, well, how are you going to know how to pursue it? How are you going to know if you're making progress or that you've achieved that goal? You're just not. And so, once again, I can't tell you the life area that you have to make progress on, and I can't tell you what success in that area means to you. But you spending a little bit of time and getting crystal clear on what that is, what that looks like to you, it's going to help you. It's going to help you to make the plan to get there. But it's also going to help you to actually get there, because once you see it, you'll be more effective in what you do. And if you do get off a little off track when you're on that plan, you'll be able to make the course corrections to get back on track. Or what's going to happen, because it always happens, is the plan's not perfect and you have to make adjustments along the way to get there. But when you have that crystal clear vision of what you're working for, it's going to be a lot easier to make those adjustments when those obstacles and challenges pop up. So what does success in your most important life area look like? Maybe what's it feel like? Maybe there's like a key indicator that you'll know, hey, I've achieved it when. For health, for a lot of people, they won't be able to go up and down the stairs without getting out of breath. So that could be what it looks like. That could be what success looks like. Maybe for that milestone that you're working toward. It's not saying that you have to stop there, but you can say, hey, this is what I need to achieve. Or finances, it might be getting out of debt in certain areas. You can what's it really look like for you, success in that life area that we talked about last week. Now, if you missed last week's episode, that's okay. No problem. You can check it out on pretty much wherever you get podcasts. It's episode 124, or you can go to nickmazy.com and just search for 124, and it'll have the show notes, and you can listen to the podcast episode there too. So really get crystal clear on what success in that area looks like, what it feels like, what it is. Get really, really specific. And then the next thing to get crystal clear on is every bit as important, but you can't do it without doing the first one. So you got to get crystal clear on what you want, and then really get clear on why that is important to you. Why success in that area, or why achieving that, or making that real, whatever you set for the crystal clear reason or the crystal clear of what you want. Why is that important? See, this why, it's a amazing, powerful asset that you can have to help you to succeed. See, times are going to be tough. If you set any goal worth achieving, or if you're going to try to make any sort of change and improvement that's pretty much worth doing, it's going to be tough. It's going to take some work. If it was just a piece of cake and didn't take any effort at all, well, you would have already done it, and so then it's done, and then there's no point to set the goal. But you haven't. And that's what we're talking about now is when you know exactly what you want, and it could be exploring. You got to take a little bit of exploration to get there, but now hammer down why that's important to you. And I did say that you got to kind of do the other one, what you want in order to say the why. They really do work hand in hand. If you're struggling a little bit with getting crystal clear on what you want, what success in that life area looks like to you, then you ask yourself why you want success in that life area. If it's improving the health, to be there for the family, or to have more energy, what is that going to allow you to do? What's that going to allow you to do? What's improvement in this area going to allow you to experience, to achieve, to be able to participate and feel? What emotions are you going to be able to feel by having success in that life area? You can really explore this by figuring out what it is you want, why you want it, and do not skimp on the why. See, one of my motivators, one of my reasons why I want to do a lot of things, one of them is my family, and I want to be able to help people. I had a lot of people, especially years back, and still now, but really especially years back, there was a really tough time in my life. And a lot of people really helped me, and I'm pretty much alive now because of that. And so that's kind of a big motivator for me. And so when I can tie some of the things that I want to accomplish into one of those two big areas, both big motivators for me, helping other people or providing for my family, well, then all of a sudden the work that I have to do in order to make it happen, it becomes a little bit easier. When I feel like quitting, all I have to do is go back to my reason why. And then no matter what step I'm working on or what I have to do in order to move forward, all of a sudden it's a no-brainer. I like the example of, if someone told you asked you to do 2 push-ups. Some people might say, I don't feel like doing it. But if they said, there's 5 $100 bills right here on the ground, and if you do 2 push-ups, you can have them. Well, now all of a sudden the reason why to put forth the effort, it's pretty big. For crying out loud, that's $500 right there for doing 2 push-ups. But if that reason why is not there, then sometimes we don't put forth the effort. That's why hammering down this why and making this why as big and powerful as it possibly can be to your values and what's important to you in your life, when that's the reason why driving you, all of a sudden the effort, it's a no-brainer. You're going to do it. So hammer out, kind of really get crystal clear on these things and hammer out the what you want, what that success in that life area looks like to you, and why is that important? What's it going to allow you to do? How's that going to speak to your values and and who you are as a person? And like I said, the more you can get crystal clear on that, it's going to help you to move forward, make progress. It's going to help you to get back on track, stay persistent, never give up. Essentially, it's going to help you to achieve what you want. So it's definitely a step worth taking. All right. Well, that's it for today's episode. It's time to get clear, and you can get clear on these things so that way you can make the progress that you want, and enjoy your life by making it what you want it to be. All right. And once again, if you are interested in getting that advanced digital copy of my new self-care booklet, you got to send me a message on Instagram. And also, we don't have a lot of time. I said I've already made a round of edits, and I've sent it off and having somebody review it for me now. And so send me that message. Just say book ? or anything like that. And I can get you a copy here in the next few days. All right. Thank you for listening. Take care. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Pursue the goals and things that are important to you in your life. As always, for more material, you can go to nickmazy.com and subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss any more. We're on a good series right now. It's going to be all about setting those goals, and I'm going to go right in kind of like linear fashion. We talked about choosing your life area, talking about getting clear on what you want and why it's important, and we're going to keep on going through so that you can set the targets you want for your life and make the progress that you want. All right. Thanks again for listening. Take care. I can't wait to talk to you again next week.